Welcome to game number 2 of our JSBL nightcap. Nate Pierre-Louis and Larson Ford to take on Stearns Trailer, who does not really have any of their regulars tonight.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a problem for them of late. Their base issue has been availability. I mean, a lot of these guys, some of the college standouts, looking at the Rutgers guys, the Seton Hall guys, they fortunately have not been able to be here these last few games, and Stearns has definitely suffered. I mean, they've been able to put up a fight in some of these games, but not too much, mostly because they just don't have guys available.
Frank and Lions go for the tip. It's controlled by Stearns, and a quick 3 and miss by Rob Ukawuba, and here comes Larson. And nice feed inside and a layup by Alan Holman, and it's 2-0 Larson. Justin Robinson, that 50-point game. We have another guy that could do it tonight. Nate Pierre-Louis has been one of the best scorers in the JSBL in his time here, as there's a foul on Larson Ford, and it'll send Parker Dortch to the line.
Yeah, Pierre-Louis tried to will his team to victory a couple of nights ago. Unfortunately, couldn't do it. He put up 45 points from the field, and I mean, this Larson Ford team just could not get it done, but they gave a really good fight, and Pierre-Louis really did his all. I did not know that Justin Robinson dropped 50 points. I mean, we didn't get the stats until afterwards, but that is news to me. Oh my, what an effort by him tonight.
Not only that, but to have the 14 assists and the 7 rebounds to go with it, and highlight reel play after highlight reel play. It's one of the more impressive performances we've seen, if not the most impressive all summer. Here's Frank, has it in a triple team, and then he was fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Frank, good size down low, got the rebound off the missed free throw, and then just bullied his way towards the rim and got the shot up to draw the foul.
So Frank to the line, and his first one off the mark. No Larry Marshall on the bench for Larson tonight. And Frank ties it, so Larson goes Stearns goes 2 of 4 from the line. And we're tied at 2. Here's Nate Pierre-Louis, his first touch of the night. Takes a mid-range, and Nate Pierre-Louis off to a good start, 1 for 1, and Larson leads 4-2.
Yeah, just showcasing the shot making that he put on display on Monday night. Just toughest angles, looks easy.
When he's making his shots, there's nothing you can do to stop him. As there's a turnaround and nice shot there from David Coyce. Here's a 3 from Isaiah McCallum off the mark, no good. Mateo the rebound. Here's Alonzo Frank, the big man, trying a 3 and missing. Dortch the rebound and put back.
Yeah, Dortch a couple weeks ago had a really nice outing. He's able to really get at it on the glass as well. That time, nice job just putting it right back up.
Here's Nate Pierre-Louis, a triple off the mark. Here's Kevin Mateo, feed to the corner. Dortch thought about the 3, back. Passes back to Mateo on the left wing. He'll take it to the baseline. Step back 3 off the mark. Rebound Dortch. And his putback is in. 8-4 Stearns.
Yeah, really an energizer Dortch is. Once again, going at it down low, and just a nice finish through contact.
Here's a 3 attempt for Manny Warren, way off the mark. And a foul on the rebound.
And the Stearns team, they're starting to get more experience with some of these guys playing next to each other. They don't have the regulars like they usually do, but some of these guys are starting to get more consistent run with each other, and hopefully they start to be a little bit more effective from the floor. They've lost 2 straight after going on a 20-game winning streak.
And there's another one. That goes David Coit on the deuce. 10-4 Stearns. Holman finds Christian Lyons. Here's a 3 for Allen Holman. High arcing shot off the mark, no good. Here comes Stearns the other way. Oh, nice feed. Mateo in the corner tries an open 3 and hits. And Stearns Trailer up 13-4 early. Larson Ford once again in disarray to start this game.
And Stearns really looking like they're getting more comfortable playing with one another. And on that shot by Mateo, open 3, a really nice setup by Dortch. He's been the hub on offense, especially on the low block. Mateo's going to be one of those X factors for Stearns if they want to win this game. He can be a really good shot maker from the perimeter, really just a quick guy that can really get up to a shot in a hurry.
It's been a strong start, and Larson really doesn't have their second, third, or fourth best players outside of Pierre-Louis tonight.
Yeah, Ron Harper Jr. in the summer league with the Boston Celtics. His former head coach Steve Peichel in the building tonight, watching his son Kevin for Stearns trailer. Also missing Andre Hyde, another former Rutgers standout, and as well as another Pierre-Louis brother, also in the summer league. So definitely a lot of guys. I mean, the talent on the roster on paper is a lot of pro guys there, especially in the summer league.
No Ryan Zan, no Jamie Calloway, who have proven to be good pieces for them as well. No Lazima. No Isaiah Muhammad, Gadsden, Rasheen Merlin, or Terry Copeland as well. So Larson really missing an array of talent that could easily be benefiting them right now. Here's Nate Pierre-Louis. They still have him. He tries a long two and hits. Pierre-Louis, 2 of 3 to start his night. He's got 4 points and the lead's down to 7.
Yeah, he's such a dynamic shot maker off the dribble from any angle, even with Frank closing out.
Here's Dortch. Feeds corner 3 for Campbell. Got it. That's actually Rob Ukawuba for 3. Here's a nice feed to McCallum from Pierre-Louis. Here's Christian Lyons driving along the baseline. Good defense by Dortch. Here's McCallum. Nice shot fake and basket goes for him. McCallum's first points of the night.
Yeah,
and
nice
it's 16-8.
Using the ball fake. Really nice job just putting both defenders in the air, and that's an easy finish.
Here's a 3 for Coit, and he couldn't hit it. Rebounded by McCallum here. McCallum's going to have to step up for them tonight. Oh, nice feed. Oh! What a feed from Pierre-Louis to Lyons.
And Lyons, an absolute high flyer on Monday night in Larson Ford's last game out, had 2 highlight reel dunks. He can really fly.
As Mateo couldn't answer with the 2. Highlights all tonight, and there's a kickball violation on Stearns.
Yeah, he had a similar lob in that last game from the top of the key, just reverse slammed it home, and then the highlight reel that I'm sure you saw on our social media at JSBL Hoops, a posterizing finish. It looks like a backcourt on Pierre-Louis.
Happens once a night, where they forget it's college rules, and Pierre-Louis is going to try his hardest to argue to the jury, but to no avail.
And especially a guy who's spent a few years in the G League now, not used to those college rules after being out of them for a while.
Here's Frank. Couldn't handle the shot, missing. Here's Pierre-Louis. Pierre-Louis, tried to feed Lyons and then threw it to a Stearns player. Here's Mateo. Running the floor and a whistle and a foul. I don't think that'll go on the shot. Actually, it will go on the shot. So I send Mateo to the line for 2 as Kevin Peichel gets ready to check in.
Yeah, really good first step for Mateo on the shot, and good job drawing the contact. I was surprised they gave him continuation, but either way, once again, he's going to be one of those X factors for Stearns trailer, being one of those key perimeter scorers.
Mateo will get ready to shoot at the line, and he's got his first one to go. Well, we're here. Reminder that to watch or for welcome to Manasquan High School 56th season for the JSBO Lemuro Law Summer Basketball League. Don't forget, for rosters, results, and schedule, you can follow the JSBL on the official website at jsblhoops.com and Instagram and Twitter at JSBLHoops. As Mateo splits a pair at the line, 17-10, 5:27 to go in quarter number 1. Here's Lyons, another chance inside. He converts, and it's 17-12.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a highlight reel dunk. Still just able to play above the rim.
As Dortch draws the contact and the foul on the shot.
Yeah, Lyons not too happy with the call, but it looks like Dortch just beat him to the spot. Lyons tried to slide over and just gave him a little bit of a hip, and that's a blocking foul all day long.
So Dortch to the line for 2. His first one goes.
Dortch hasn't been in the building for the Stearns trailer team of these last couple games, but like I said before, he's just a really an energizer, really, and it can really control things down low, whether it's with his playmaking or his rebounding.
Too strong on the second. Pierre-Louis behind the back. Ooh, good feed to And here's Manny Warren driving and couldn't get the shot to go to foul. We have no idea who number 8 is on Larson Ford, by the way. We've been trying to figure this out. So when I paused, that is why, because we have no idea who number 8 is. So there's going to be immediate timeout. And we'll be right back after this. We have an update. Welcome back to JSBL. We have the last name of number 8. His name is Hargrove. We're looking Jaden Hargrove. That's the mysterious number 8 that is showing up tonight. So let me put that in my chicken scratch handwriting. As Warren goes 2 for 2 at the line. Here's a 3 for Coit, nailing it.
Yeah, Coit played remarkably well in Stearns Trailers' loss on Monday. He's an interesting case. He's in the portal, was at Northern Illinois last year, an all-MAC selection. Has not committed to a school yet, though.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I remember Coit playing in that game against Monmouth, one of the most famous games in Monmouth University basketball history, and they were down 20 at the half to Northern Illinois. Nikita Konstantinovsky, and then that emotional buzzer beater for Jakari Spence, who is not playing in the league this year and had a wonderful season last year and a good year at Monmouth. As they send Manny Warren back to the line, he hits his first shot.
And another note on Coit, some timely news today about him. According to Jackson Collier, who works at the Arkansas Rivals site, the coaching staff did reach out to him today. So, I mean, I don't know if the Arkansas coaching staff is watching our games, but, I mean, if you are, welcome to the stream. But either way, he's really showing out these last 2 games.
He wouldn't let me welcome him, I guess, and Coit is now fouled. But you're right, and Coit's a good player, averaged around 20 a game at Northern Illinois last year and got bumped in the eye there. And with Larson being in the bonus, he's got 2 shots at the line.
I mean, if John Calipari's looking at you and you're a guard, you're obviously doing something right. And Coit has definitely done that so far in the past game and almost a quarter.
As that one goes, and Calipari, obviously the move from Kentucky to Arkansas, and with Eric Musselman going over, I actually forget where he went.
USC in the Big Ten.
USC, you're right.
Which will never feel normal.
That does, even you saying that does not sound right. But Coit goes 2 for 2 at the line. Here's Pierre Louis. Feeds into the corner for Jaden Hargrove, who had it go off of Kevin Mateo. So it'll stay with Larson. Hargrove will inbound to Manny Warren. Warren. No, we tried to lob it up for Lyons, and it looked like Lyons was held by number 25. Anthony Selby, and here's Coit to the rim again, no good. Rebound and put back by Selby, goes off the tip. And it's a 10-point game. Here's Pierre Louis. Long 3, got it. Nate Pierre Louis hitting from 3, and it's 25-18.
Yeah, he's so strong and so dynamic going towards the rim that you kind of have to take a step back, but then he'll take a step back and hit the 3.
Talk about step back, here's Mateo, who misses on the 3. Here's Pierre-Louis. Getting jammed up there by Selby. Trying to find his spot. Finds Hargrove up top. Hargrove. Long two, that was blocked by Selby. Here comes Ukawuba running the floor. Rob Ukawuba had it held by Hargrove, so it'll be a jump ball as Liam has walked into the gym. This is a tough jump ball if you're Jaden Hargrove.
Especially even just not even the height differential, but the size differential. Looking at Ukawuba and Hargrove, it's not very easy.
And Hargrove almost won it. Here's a wide open three for Ukawuba. Nailing it. And it's 28-18. Pierre-Louis finds Peter Luster to the corner. Hargrove. Oh, nice. Oh, nice move inside and couldn't finish. Here's Kevin Peichel, his first shot of the night off the mark. Here's a three for Coit, off the mark as well. Rebound and put back by Parker Dortch.
And once again, Dortch just doing yeoman's work down low on the block. Another offensive rebound. It feels like he's got to have almost 10 at this point.
Here's Manny Warren missing on the three, and Larson Ford desperately needing another score to go along with Pierre-Louis as Dortch flipping one up and in. And then a little fall after, and it's a 14-point game. As Pierre-Louis tries a three, off the mark, no good. Peichel the rebound. Here's Coit. Off the mark. So Stern is after winning 20. Here's Warren, here's Peter Luster in transition, a three off the mark. Larson has gone cold. Here's Ukawuba to the rim. Double team doesn't matter. It's a 16-point game.
Yeah, that's more of his game that we've seen so far. He's hit a couple shots from the outside, but he's really at his best when he's just barreling through the defense towards the rim.
Here's Luster, finds Manny Warren. Here's an opportunity for Lions. Lions driving, flipping, missing, and his putback is good.
Once again, really good job by Lions just getting to the rim. He plays so high above it. On that one, a really good putback to try to cut into this lead.
Here is Ukawuba. Stearns rolling early. Ukawuba fouled on the drive.
And once again, Ukawuba getting back to his game where has the ball in his hands and can just break down his defender off the dribble and out physical him towards the rim and did it there. And now he'll have a chance for two at the line.
Ukawuba, his first shot is good. Lions checks out, so Pierre-Louis is the tallest guy on the floor at 6'4". And it's 36-20. Might we be trending towards a repeat of last night's game? We'll see. Here is Pierre-Louis. Turnaround jumper doesn't go. Rebound by Hargrove. Fighting on the floor, and it'll be a jump ball. Nicely done by Peichel with the strong hands to keep it.
I will say, Hargrove is definitely getting back at us for not recognizing him at first. He's played with a lot of energy on both ends of the floor. That's his second jump ball of this first quarter. I mean, he's been everywhere on defense and on offense, just really quick first step.
Hargrove and Peichel to jump for it. Peichel wins it. Here's Kevin Mateo slicing in, flipping a wild shot up, no good. Pierre-Louis controls on the rebound. He'll find Warren. Warren for three, missing. Here is Ukawuba, and he's fouled.
And now Ukawuba gonna have another chance to go to the line after being put in the bonus. He's just such a strong guy with the ball in his hands, and he keeps his handle as well, and lost it on that one because of the foul. But I mean, a lot of these Stearns guys, they can really control the pace on their own. But when they're all put together, it can really lead to a dangerous matchup for the opposing defense, like we're seeing early on, almost a 40 spot for the Stearns Trailer team in the first quarter.
And only 20 from Larson. As that one goes. "18-point game, and this one in danger of being another blowout." Luster, three, got it. In the face of Frink. And they try to go down low. It's tipped and stolen by Holman and Pierre-Louis. Here's Manny Oren missing an easy layup. Here's Frink to the lane, drives and gets it in. Frink running the floor well. And it's 40-23. Pierre-Louis will hold for the final shot. Step back, long three for Pierre-Louis. Got it at the buzzer. And that takes us to the end of quarter number one. Larson Ford down by 14. Welcome back to the start of the second quarter on JSBL. Dan Yuzerski, Alec Krauthamel on Stearns Trailer rolling early up by 14, trying to end their losing streak, which is something I never thought I'd have to say as the voice of this league. But McCallum back in, Lyons back in as well. This is probably the best five that Larson could have on the floor right now. Oh, another one! Highlight reel, man's jam. Alley-oop from Pierre-Louis and Christian Lyons. Here's a long two from Coit, he missed it. Larson trying to get on a little bit of a run here. Pierre-Louis, the deuce, off the mark. Rebounded by Mateo. Mateo, Frank, stolen. Pierre-Louis just ripped it out of there. Here he comes, dribbling through the entire team and then threw it away. Here's Frank, and he got the layup to go. 42-28. Here's Lyons driving, flipping, and making off the glass. 42-30.
Yeah, good strength by Lyons. He just plays so high above the rim. Not only is he a great athlete, he just knows where he is at the court. That's how he's able to get some of these lobs up.
Stearns has a three from Dortch off the mark, rebounded by Lyons. Here's the big difference in the size for Larson, and that one stolen by Mateo, poked away by Frink. Mateo to the rim, blocked by Hargrave.
And once again, Jaden Hargrave, a really great showing on defense. He might be the shortest guy on the floor for either team, but he's been an energizer, especially on the defensive end, and a nice block there.
Mateo to check it in. Long out to Frink, who's got 16 to shoot. Here is Ukawuba, who tries a three and off the side of the rim, no good. Lyons driving, finds Pierre-Louis, tries a three, off the front of the rim, no good. He left it short. Here comes Mateo, and Mateo slicing and fouled with the shot that goes. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, Mateo, just a really, really quick guard, whether it's putting up a three-pointer or just driving to the rim. And on that one, he felt the contact, and a great job of just rising up and getting the ball high in the air, just floating it up and in, and drew the contact as well, and now a chance for three.
Mateo to the line for one more, and he's got it. Here is Pierre-Louis. Lions. Who gives to Hargrave? Here's Isaiah McCallum. Good defense by Stearns. Lions with 8 to shoot. Pierre-Louis open, tries a three. Need it, couldn't get it. Here's Dortch. That's actually Ukawuba. Now Dortch. Ukawuba. Here is Coit. Coit flipping and making. David Coit playing well, and the lead's up to 17. Here's Hargrave flipping on up and no good. Ukawuba, Mateo launching off the side of the rim, no good, and then no one went to grab the rebound. So it'll be Larson forward basketball.
And Nate Pierre-Louis, who's about to get the inbound, you can just tell that he really feels the pressure to carry this team on his back so far. It's been a bit of an inefficient night, but he really has the electricity to go off at any moment.
Just like that, right to the rim, slicing to get the deuce, and it's a 15-point game. Here's Coit, showing off the dribble moves that Arkansas has been looking at. Here is Dortch down low, lost it. Pierre-Louis comes away from the scramble, and that one tipped out by Dortch. It'll stay with Larson forward, and that was actually Ukawubu who picked it out. We were robbed of a highlight reel there. Manny Warren will check in. Oh, nice feed to McCallum, the one-handed slam. Well done after the inbound, and McCallum was the beneficiary of a great pass by Pierre-Louis. 6:15 to play, and a whistle and a foul will go against David Coit, or go on David Coit's drive.
Yeah, Coit, he's just shown a lot of confidence being the main ball handler on offense when tasked with being one. He's got a tight handle and really electric shot making that he showed once again an all-MAC selection at Northern Illinois. And now he's still in the portal, so I mean, I'm curious to see where he goes, whether it's Arkansas or somewhere else. I'm sure for his final year of eligibility, whatever school is getting a good one.
Coit launching on the three there, couldn't hit. Lions the rebound here, he comes running the floor. Here's McCallum. Flipping one up, no good, rebound, and it'll go the other way.
And unfortunately, it just doesn't look like Larson Ford has the shot making from a lot of its guys, all 7 of them here. Aside from Pierre-Louis, to just keep up with this offensive attack of Stearns Trailer, who, even without a lot of their main contributors, are still putting up a lot of points.
Coit feeding to the corner for Kevin Peichel. Here is Ukawuba, slicing, dicing, laying it up, and no good. Rebound, tipped by Selby to Dortch, who lays it in.
And once again, Parker Dortch getting it done on the low block and in the rebounding game. Just such a great presence down low.
Here's Pierre-Louis, mid-range. Oh, a hand in the face. Good defense there by Stearns. McCallum gets the rebound. Feeds to Warren, swinging it to Lyons. He'll try a triple and hit it. Christian Lyons from downtown cuts the lead to 12. Coit to Peichel, dumping it down low to Dortch. Back up top, Peichel stroking from 3, no good. Lyons the rebound, and Larson could cut it to single digits with a 3. Here's Luster. Finds Pierre-Louis. Back to McCallum, who tries a 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Ukawuba. Here's Selby floating and getting a nice friendly roll, and it's 51-37.
Yeah, talk about a friendly roll. That's not a very easy shot to jump hook with a man in his face, but got the roll.
Here's Pierre-Louis from distance off the mark. And a nice feed. Here is Dortch who lays it in.
Yeah, Dortch already has 1 star of the game, I guess, award under his belt. He's getting close to another one. I mean, he's getting close to a double-double here in the first half. Just such an energizer, and that time running the break caught Pierre-Louis sleeping.
Here is Pierre-Louis floating and no good, but contact, and that'll take us to our next media timeout. 4 minutes to play in half number 1. Larson trails by 16. Four minutes to play in half number 1. Larson Ford trailing Stearns trailer by 16 in the early going. Nate Pierre-Louis at the line to shoot 2. Chance to cut it to 14. And his first shot is good.
Yeah, Pierre-Louis once again having to carry this team. He tried on Monday, once again dropping 45 points, but it just feels like at times while he's playing some really good basketball and being that guy that Larson Ford needs to put up points, it feels like he might be putting a little bit too much on himself. He also had 13 turnovers in that Monday night loss, and I mean, it just feels like he's forcing things, but also he's making a lot of them so it doesn't look as forced, but still something to look out for.
Here's Mateo feeding Kevin Peichel. Here's Coit. Here's Diggy making the move and missing on the shot. Had Pierre-Louis baited, but couldn't hit.
And another note on him, he actually most recently got a waiver from the NCAA, so just, I believe today, got a waiver to play in this upcoming season. He's also getting some interest from Texas A&M and Villanova, so a lot of high major programs looking interested in Diggy.
As a Knicks fan, as McCallum on the layup, cuts it at 12. Villanova is not a bad place to play. Just ask Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges, as well as Dante DiVincenzo, how that went and how it's going.
Well, how it's going is not as good as how it was under Kyle Neptune, Jay Wright. I mean, one of the great coaches and great guys in college basketball. And Coit averaged 21 a game, and Kyle Neptune is taking notice, as well as Buzz Williams at Texas A&M, and like we already mentioned, John Calipari at Arkansas. He averaged 21 a game, and just most recently received a waiver to play this year. All that information from our resident college basketball sicko, John Rothstein.
As that one misses, Manny Warren the rebound. Here's Warren going coast to coast, flipping it up and in. So Warren has cut the lead to 10, and Larson, for as much as they've struggled at times in this first half, is in it. As Frink down low, laying it up and in, easy. There, he got the positioning, and there's not much to challenge him down there.
Yeah, Lions has played well at the 5, but so much of a size difference for Frank made that one look easy.
They're without Elijah Muhammad, who led the league in blocks last year, as Lions the layup. (55-45) under 2:30 to play in the first half. Nice feed from Dorst, couldn't hit. And Larson Ford is making this a game as Pierre-Louis feeds. A long three from Warren hit the shot clock and bounced out.
And a lot of this comeback has come to the fact that Pierre-Louis is beginning to play alongside the team a little bit better. It looked like he was kind of forcing things. But he's kind of getting everyone else involved as well, and it's kind of been a big reason why they've been able to get back in this game. And they have a shot before the end of the half.
Here's Mateo, long three, off the mark, no good. Pierre-Louis will take it up the court. Pickpocketed by Mateo, but he couldn't handle it, and it goes out off of him.
Yeah, Mateo just so quick, whether it's on offense or on defense. Not the fastest guy when he's really running at it, but that first step really makes an impression.
Pierre-Louis got 14 to shoot. Spinning, nice feed to the corner. McCallum's gonna drive and lost it. Here's Peichel in transition. Finds Ukawuba. Ukawuba finds Kevin Peichel driving alongside. Nice layup for Kevin Peichel. Through contact and everything, and it's 57-45.
Yeah, he beat Pierre-Louis with the ball fake off the dribble as well. Not very easy to do. Nice job for Peichel to get on the scoreboard.
And then a turnover by Larson.
And Kevin Peichel, a rising senior at Christian Brothers Academy in Colts Neck. He's been a regular for Stearns Trailer. That's some of their usual guys on the roster. He showed up pretty nicely among some of these bigger guys.
He's impressed, and he's going to get some looks as well as Frank off the hump. Off the bounce, the jump hook doesn't fall. Here's Pierre-Louis running the floor. Here he comes. Oh! That's a man jam!
Yeah, that time he got the best of Peichel with a full head of steam. He's so strong and so athletic going downhill towards the rim, and not much you can do.
And that one doesn't go. Here's Lions. 26 seconds to play in this first half. Pierre-Louis, nice feed. Lions lays it up and in. And Larson Ford's cut it to 8. You got to take that as a win in the first half if you're Larson.
Yeah, absolutely. And on that one, Pierre-Louis, recognizing his gravity with the ball in his hands, dishes it off to Lions. And he was left wide open thanks to the double.
Here's Ukawuba fouled. And no, that's actually going to be a charge drawn by Peter Luster.
Yeah, it looked like Ukawuba got a little bit too gung-ho about going straight towards the rim, and Luster recognized that and stuck his body on the line. And, I mean, they'll have a chance to cut it to a two-possession game, which I don't know if you could have said about 7 minutes of game action to go.
Yeah, and this one looked like it was heading to a running clock in the fourth quarter. Warren inbounds, 5 seconds to shoot. Pierre-Louis has got some time. Fakes, jump ball at the buzzer, no good. And that'll take us to the end of the first half. Stearns Trailer looking to end their 2-game losing streak, leads by 8. We'll be back with the start of the second half after this. Welcome back to the start of the second half here on our JSBL game number 2 nightcap. Here is Nate Pierre-Louis. Oh, good feed. Lions lays it in. Leads down to 6.
Yeah, Lions really smart roll. He's just been playing really well around the rim, whether it's high flying or putting up a layup like that.
Larson looking for the upset as a nice feed. Ukawuba, corner 3, got it. And the lead back to 9.
Yeah, one thing that Stearns has not done as well so far tonight is shoot the 3 ball, but Ukawuba's hit about, I think, about almost 3 tonight.
Pierre-Louis fakes the 3, tried to pass inside. That pass is stolen. Here comes Stearns on the break. Coit. Ukawuba dumping and a steal. McCallum comes away with it. Manny Warren lost it. Mateo pickpockets him. Kevin Mateo under the rim. Feeds Ukawuba. Same spot that he made the first 3. Couldn't make that one. McCallum the rebound. Here's Manny Warren. Here's Lions. Pierre-Louis, a long 3. Oh, missing on the mark there. Under a minute, a little over a minute gone by so far in quarter number 3. Here is a 2 for Dortch off the mark. That's actually Coit who missed it. Here's Lions. Finds Warren, who feeds. Here's a 3 for Holman off the mark. Larson looking a little out of sync to start quarter number 3. Frank wants it. Oh, I thought he was going to take it. Here's Dortch off the bounce. Doubled. Here's Frank. He'll take this one and couldn't hit. Both teams a little out of sorts to start quarter number 3 as we approach 2 minutes gone by. Here's Pierre-Louis off the bounce. Feeds. Holman finds Manny Warren, guarded by Coit. Warren's going to get a screen from McCallum. A fine Lions who tries a 3 and hits a 3, and the lead down to 6.
I think Christian Lyon has been Larson's second best player tonight. Just really smart all-around offensive game.
He's someone that when they have all their guys, I think he's going to actually end up starting for them. We'll see how it shakes out, but he's definitely an option for Larson as they dump it inside. Dortch off the bounce. Pierre-Louis contact and the foul, so Larson will pick up a foul there, and Dortch will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, not a bad foul for Pierre-Louis. Had to stop the easy layup one way or another, but Dortch once again has been a hub offensively down low for this Stearns team, and I mean, another good job of him just getting to the line.
Dortch makes his first. He goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's 62-54. Here's Manny Warren. Finds Pierre-Louis. Nate spins, will pass it to Warren. Step back, long 3 off the mark, no good. Frink the rebound. Mateo, corner. Dortch driving. Oh, and he threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit of playing a little bit too fast, Dortch was, but I will say I've been very impressed with the energy that Mateo has played with tonight, whether it's with the ball in his hands or on defense. He's just such a quick guard that can get anywhere in a hurry.
Here is Holman launching, missing off the rim. Both offenses have struggled and still have been putting up points tonight. Here is Coit. Oh, nice feed and a little too high for Ukawuba with 6:25 to play.
Yeah, just an example of
quarter.
Trying to do a little bit too much with the cross-court pass, just a little bit too high. It was a good idea as Ukawuba was open in the corner, but maybe try to drive and kick next time out.
A little too high, but we'll stay right here as there is a timeout on the floor.
And the Stearns team, again, both teams have really struggled out of the gate on offense. in this third quarter. But I'm more interested to see how Stearns responds to trying to get something going from the perimeter. The three-point ball really has not been their friend so far tonight outside of Rob Ukawuba, but they've really had success driving to the lane and kind of working that in-between game. We'll see if that continues. Guys like Dortch and Frink can really impose their will down low. And Coit is the main guy on the perimeter to take it off the dribble.
It's been an interesting night for both of these teams where you're like, there was one point where it looked like Stearns was going to run Larson out of the building and there would be kind of a repeat of last night. But hasn't really been that way. Pierre-Louis and Lyons really the main reason for that.
And I feel like Larson's really upped their defensive effort too, doing a lot more to muddy up the lane and make some tough shots. And force them to be tough shots close to the rim and in that in-between game that I mentioned earlier. Just has been a much better effort and also sharing the ball as well. We've seen the high pick and roll between Pierre-Louis and Lyons has been pretty effective so far, and we'll see if they choose to go back to that.
It'll be Larson possession they're trailing by 8. Warren to check in, finds Lazima. Oh, that's actually Holman. Holman has some space, looking for somewhere to find. He finds Warren. 10 to shoot. Warren, oh, nice feed. McCallum in the corner, lost it. Mateo threw it out of bounds. So Larson has it with 4 to shoot.
I thought Larson got away with 2 travels there. I thought McCallum shuffled the feet a little bit before the dribble, and I thought on the pass he came back down as well. But either way, and they got a shot to make this, once again, a 2-possession game.
Quick trigger for Holman off the side of the rim, no good. Larson continuing to struggle from downtown as Mateo right going coast to coast, and it's a 10-point game with 5:50 to play in the third quarter. Pierre-Louis off the bounce, lays it up, but no good, but contact and a foul, and the pace starting to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot more grinded out type possessions, and on that one by Pierre-Louis, it shows that he's spent a lot of time around the pros in the NBA G League. He's a great driver. He's got the athleticism and the body type to just be a wrecking ball, while also being a great athlete to blow by you. And his shot hasn't been the most consistent tonight, but, I mean, when Larson's needed a bucket, he's been there.
As Pierre-Louis hits the first and misses on the second. Here's a long 3, and Kevin Mateo, and it leads up to 12.
That was a nifty step-back move there. From the corner, just rose up, and defensive effort does not matter there.
Pierre-Louis, and 1!
And once again, Pierre-Louis showing that he's not fazed by contact at all. He barely even broke a sweat going down to the hoop there, and even with the contact, it made it look like an easy layup. And he's really starting to take over driving downhill after making that 3-point play.
67-58, Larson down by 9 to Stearns trailer, who is, oh, nice feed. Coit inside, denied by Lyons. Here he comes, running the break. Lyons count it, and the foul. And Larson's cut it to 7.
It's a really nice coast-to-coast move. Thought he might dish it off to Pierre-Louis, but it looked like he was just going all to the rim all the way. And once again, the strength and the athleticism just rise up and convert it. And it looks like the dribble drive has really gotten a lot of success for Larson. We'll see if they keep going at it.
Mateo gets the rebound after the miss by Lyons, and they turn it over. With exactly 5 to play in the third, media timeout on the floor. We will be right back after this short break. Welcome back to JSBL action. Larson possession, down by 7. I have to say, I got to give Larson some credit. I thought that Stearns was going to pull away, and Larson's done a good job at least keeping it remotely close.
Yeah, when Stearns started to go up by almost 20, Larson easily could have just given up on this game and just kind of gone through the motions, but they have absolutely attacked and been on the aggressive in this third quarter.
As Pierre-Louis missing on the mid-range, rebounded by Dortch. Here comes Ukawuba with it. Feeding inside, Selby missing the layup, and then Lyons a rebound. Lyons has been the offensive guy for Larson tonight. He tried to dribble drive there. Here's McCallum, Holman. Pierre-Louis lost it, and Ukawuba couldn't chase it down. It'll stay with Larson. A fresh 24 put on the clock.
Yeah, just a bit of an ill-advised pass there from Holman. Kind of stared down Pierre-Louis, didn't give it the juice that it really needed, but Ukawuba, I guess he tipped it a little bit too hard and lost that one out of bounds.
So Larson will have it with 12 seconds, a kind of a tough break for them. They have to go 12 seconds to go the floor, and
it looks like they were going to let it, Larson was letting it roll, but looks like the shot clock had started before Pierre-Louis touched it.
That's and another tough break.
Yeah, so now they can't even do that as Ukawuba really pressing up on Pierre-Louis.
They get it to McCallum. He tries a 3 from the corner, and no good. Rebound, tipped out of bounds by Allen Holman with 4:18 to play in the third quarter. Here is Coit. Coit almost lost it. Pierre-Louis. Don't let him get a fast break on a steal. They swing at Kevin Peichel. So that's some nice baskets tonight. He's got 10 to shoot, feeds Selby. Here is Dortch off the bounce, laying it up and in, and it's 69-60.
Really feels like anytime Parker Dortch gets the ball, he's going to do something right with it, and on that one just took it straight to the hole and once again rose up.
Pierre-Louis feeds Luster, who took a 3, no good. Rebounded by Coit. Larson shooting the 3 tonight has not been very well, and another kind of poor shot choice by Peter Luster. As there's a nice roll for Rob Ukawuba on the deuce.
Yeah, I was going to say that may not have been the best shot, but if it goes in, it's always a good shot. And feels like they just need a little bit more oomph from the pull-up game Stearns does.
So does Larson, to be fair. Here's Pierre-Louis hounded, and a foul on the pass.
Yeah, being really physical there. Looks like Selby's going to get the whistle. Being really physical with Pierre-Louis. You kind of have to, or he's just going to back you down, and he'll spin around you. And, I mean, he's got the athleticism to jump out of the building. A tough call there, but, I mean, a lot of contact.
Here's Pierre-Louis spinning. Mid-range, no, he feeds it to the corner. A 3 for Hargrove. Needed it and couldn't get it. And out of bounds off of Stearns. And Stearns looks like they're starting to kind of pull away again.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not for a lack of effort by Larson Ford. Both teams have really struggled to put the ball in the basket at a consistent rate here in this third quarter, but Larson just doesn't have the guys. They have Pierre-Louis, but unfortunately hasn't been enough.
Here's a 3 for Kevin Peichel off the mark. No good. Rebound. A foul's going to go on Nate Pierre-Louis.
That was a nice ballerina move by Parker Dortch to really draw that one. And again, he's just been at it on the offensive boards time after time. He's been one of the best energizers this team has, especially with the ball in his hands.
Here is Peichel to inbound with his team up 11. Peichel finds Coit, who's really struggled from the field since the first quarter. Coit, step back 3, got it. The announcer jinx strikes again as Coit hits a 3 to extend the lead to 14. Here's Pierre-Louis slicing in. Oh! And then Lyons couldn't finish on the alley-oop. And then a foul on Stearns.
Yeah, Lyons, though, he couldn't hit that one. He's been set up for a lot of really good opportunities, and it's kind of because of the defense that Stearns is playing on Pierre-Louis. They like to switch off the ball screen and then kind of replace with the original defender, but that kind of sets up a bit of a miscommunication on defense. Not a miscommunication, but it sets up a bit of a hole on defense where the roll man gets a little bit open for just a sliver, and Pierre-Louis has been able to lob it up to Lyons, and obviously we've seen him these past couple games have some of the best hops, not just on the Larson 14, but in the entire league, and he can slam it down at any occasion.
Here is Hargrave from the line. He's got one left after he makes his first. He's got one more here, and Hargrave cuts the lead to 12. So it looks like we're not heading for a running clock in the fourth quarter. As here's Coit. Finds Mateo, lays it up and in. McCallum tried to block it, got the backboard, but didn't get the ball.
And once again, Mateo, and now on defense showing the energy too, but on offense, great job with ball fake to really set up his first step.
Pierre-Louis goes way up in the air to try to hit on the mid-range, couldn't. Here comes Stearns up by 14. Here's Ukawuba, and one. Beautiful move. He got the up and under and the foul, and the lead's about to be, could be extended to 17 on the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, well, Ukawuba doesn't have the most polished handle of all the guys on the Stearns team on that one. He just showed the ability to have the strength to break down his defender off the dribble, drove straight to the lane, and then put a nice spin on the ball. Got a little English to convert, hopefully, on this three-point play.
And he does. 17-point game, final minutes of quarter number 3. Pierre-Louis with his team down by 17, almost a steal, as McCallum an emphatic one-handed flush. And the lead down to 15.
Once again, Larson getting a little bit of success off that pick-and-roll action going towards the basket. Just able to get it down there.
And then Mateo fouled, so he will go to the line for 2 as Larson's now in the bonus. Or Larson's now in the penalty, I should say.
And once again, Mateo, just a great job of using his first step to get past his defender. And whether he can rise up from 3 or go straight to the rim, I mean, he is a really exciting offensive player to watch. Another note on Mateo, he was the NJCAA D3 National Player of the Year in his first season at Brookdale, and that Brookdale team is a powerhouse here in Jersey.
One of the best in not only Jersey but the country, as they've won national championships for D3 and JUCO. As Mateo has that first one go.
Yeah, this past season didn't win it all this year, but went 29-2, including going undefeated in conference play. I mean, it's a consistent reign of terror that Brookdale has played upon the D3 and JUCO ranks, and a lot of those Brookdale guys are in the league, whether it's alums or current players. A lot of them are in this league here as well.
One of the best JUCO basketball programs with a great history and obviously a great arena as well. Have you ever been?
I have not, but I mean, knowing how good this team is, I might have to at some point.
As Pierre-Louis from the corner couldn't hit on the 3. A minute to play in quarter number 3. Here's Mateo, lost his footing. Gets it to Coit, lobs it up, and an alley-oop layup this time for Parker Dortch.
Yeah, nice no-look feed by Coit. Smooth one there.
Here's Pierre-Louis, going to try a 3 from the left corner this time and hit there.
See almost a look of relief on Pierre-Louis' face after hitting that one. His shot, once again, hasn't been the most consistent, but he's really been dealing with having to carry this team on his back.
Missing his brother who's in the summer league, and Ron Harper Jr., who has been there as well. As here comes Larson on the break, and just like that, it's stolen by Dortch. Shot clock turned off, and Stearns can hold for the final shot of quarter number 3. Here's Mateo, slicing, dicing, laying it in. Larson's got some time. Here's Holman, didn't get it off and didn't get it in regardless, and that'll take us to the end of quarter number 3 with Larson down by 17. We'll see if the clock is running in the 4th. We'll be right back after this. You good? I run the gym there, so welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter, and we're talking about arenas in the break as this game's a little bit of a blowout, and one of the nicest arenas in college basketball is, at least on the mid-major level, as Dortch lays it in, the Ocean First Bank Center. 19-point game, and we thank those 6 of you that have stayed and tuned in as Pierre Louis counted in the foul. Larson again struggling to score points tonight, as they have for a lot of the year without their regular guys, and missing Andre Hyatt, who's a great player for Rutgers, and missing Josh Pierre Louis, a guy who played really well for UC Santa Barbara. And then how can you forget about Ron Harper Jr., whose brother is going to have the impact that he'll have at Rutgers this year, as Pierre Louis completes the old-fashioned three-point play.
And even just having a guy like Hyatt, one of those guys who has experience playing in big games and is a really streaky shooter as well, for this Larson team that has struggled to put the ball in the basket would be huge for them.
Here's Ukawuba with his team up by 16. Here's Mateo from the corner, no good. Pierre Louis got the rebound and then went off of Dortch.
Dortch absolutely skied in for that rebound. Came out of absolutely nowhere. And you can't overstate his impact and just what he's done tonight, whether it's at the rim or in the rebounding game. He's been a constant energizer and has just been able to get. We might be close to our second consecutive night with a 20-20 game. We don't have the stats in front of us just yet, but I mean, it certainly feels like it.
It's Pierre Louis trying to do everything he can to will Larson back into this game with 9 minutes to play. Here is Ukawuba, gets some positioning and fouled on the take. So he'll shoot 2 at the line.
And once again, Ukawuba showing the strength, going straight downhill towards the rim. I mean, you just look at the guy and you're thinking maybe he should be playing football. He's built like a football player, whether like a linebacker or a tight end or something like that. But he has the build and strength to just go straight at the basket and even carry multiple guys on him to draw the foul.
As that one goes, one more at the line. With the NBA Summer League going, want to talk about Josh Pierre Louis playing there. And one of the guys that I've enjoyed watching at least so far and really looks good and he looked great at Marquette, is Tyler Kolek, who looks like if he pans out the way I think the Knicks and a lot of their fans do, that's a steal for where they got him.
Yeah, 4-year guy in the Big East as Holman's three is off front iron. I mean, he just showcased such a high ability to run that pick and roll and be such an energizer and scorer. I think he's going to be a great fit as a second, third guy off the bench in the NBA.
I think he reminds me a lot of what Brunson did in high school as. Larson Ford will inbound. But, I mean, he's someone I'm excited to watch. even more than the guy they took in the first round, who I still know nothing about, Pacom Dadier. Here is Pierre Louis. He's another guy that's flourished, and he lays it in there.
Yeah, I do find it really interesting how NBA teams value some of these picks, where the late first round you take a flyer on maybe a high-ceiling international guy. Nice layup by Coit. And then the mid-second round is more so for those four-year college guys who maybe didn't get out in year one but have really put together nice careers in college. And then the late second round is more so flyers on more international guys, more unknowns. But it's really interesting to look at just the way that the NBA draft falls out every year, especially one like this where kind of consensus, a weak draft.
As Coit launching and hitting from three, and it leads up to 21. But you're right. And look, I mean, if you look at one of the biggest flyers that's turned into hits of all time, look no further than Nikola Jokic, as Pierre Louis and Lions couldn't connect on the pass, and it'll go back to Stearns.
I mean, he got drafted in the middle of a Taco Bell commercial. And now look at the 3-time MVP that he's become.
Hey, Dad, how are you drafted? Oh, son, I got drafted in the middle of a Taco Bell commercial. But obviously didn't affect, like, same thing with Brunson. Like, I think Brunson's a guy that if you look at the success that he had in college, I mean, he was Villanova's best player on their championship team. As Pierre Louis was looking for a highlight and got his highlight swatted out of bounds.
I mean, yeah, you look at a guy like Brunson. I understand, but I don't understand at the same time why more teams don't take these flyers on some of these guys that led college programs to a lot of success for 4 straight years. I mean, like a Jalen Brunson, he was the engine on that team, and he really showed out even from the beginning in a bench role with the Mavericks until he truly broke out with the Knicks.
The turning point for him was that series that he played with Dallas. As there's a nice feed. Coit thought about the three. Oh, good feed. In the corner, Ukawuba left it short. Hit the iron. Coit feeding Ukawuba, and here it lands in the hands of Mateo. He dumped it down low to Dortch, who gets a roll off the iron, and it goes, and it leads up to 23. Here's Manny Warren. No look pass to the corner for Hargrave, who feeds McCallum, who missed the layup and gets the roll on the second putback attempt. Here's Coit. Oh, no look pass inside to Dortch. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Parker Dortch.
Yeah, looks like he got a little bit too physical on the seal off, but a really nice pass, and it would have been a nice post move. But going back to our earlier conversation, I feel like more contending teams really need to look at some of these college guys. They are maybe not ready-made NBA players, but they are at the top of their skill sets, and those skill sets definitely have really high floors. I think they need to take a look at some high-floor guys, and there's certainly a lot of them coming out of college every year.
Well, Pierre Louis leaves for Lions, and you're right, as we're under 6 to play. As Pierre Louis launching and hitting on a deep three. But even a guy like Pierre Louis, who's had success here, I think he could be a role player in the NBA with how good he is. And then Frank lays it up and in. But like you look at a guy like UConn, Klingen's finally a guy that got some national recognition, and that they brought Edey, a guy that I don't think anyone thought would get drafted as high as he ended up getting drafted, but I think he'll play well at the NBA level. The size there is big, and how he dominated college is similar to how Caitlin Clark dominated at Iowa.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was able to get a front row seat to watch Edey's dominance at Purdue. And I mean, people will say he's just tall, but I can assure you he is not just tall. His control in the post. Oh, nice move by Pierre Louis. Lost it in the air and got it back and laid it in. And his dominance down low, I mean, the way he was just able to control the post game, his range as a free throw shooter for a big man has been impressive too. I just think he's one of those guys that could really stick out as an outlier size-wise, but not be a liability in the NBA.
Here is Hargrave in the corner and hit back iron on the three. Here's a three for Warren off the side of the rim, no good as well. And then I believe it'll stay with Larson. It will, and that'll take us to a timeout. or at least it looks like we're going to have a running clock for the rest of this one. Now it's stopped. Now it starts again as Pierre-Louis missing on the layup. Lyons gets the rebound, and he'll try a three, and we got a wedgie! As we have immediate timeout as Peichel tips the wedgie in. Do you see the little fist pump that Kevin Peichel had after he tipped in the wedgie?
I mean, it always feels good when you're the one to punch it out, and then it's always cool to see it go in, of course. Always fun to see the ball go in the basket regardless.
He agreed. Final immediate timeout of the night. 97-79 Stearns trailer on their way to ending a losing streak. Jump ball at center court after the wedgie. Final 4:21 of this one as we get it, and 4:19 to play. I believe we do have a running clock to end this one. Here's McCallum off the bounce, slams it down. He's been putting up some highlights tonight, and it's 97-81. Final 4 minutes to play, and a Stearns win as Coit, nice feed, gets the roll off the iron and lays it up and in. More of a mid-range than it was an outside shot. Here's Pierre-Louis off the bounce, has it, lays it up, and lays it in. 99-83 under 4 to play. Here is Coit off the bounce and lost it. With 3:31 to play in quarter number 4.
Yeah, going back to Coit again, his case is really interesting. He started at Atlantic Cape Community College, and then he made his way up to Northern Illinois. I guess the reason why he hadn't chosen a school out of the portal yet, because he hadn't received that waiver from the NCAA just yet, but he did today as he launches and drains another nice step-back three right as I'm talking about him. But, I mean, I guess he was waiting on that waiver to come in, and now that it did, we'll see how many different college programs will reach out to him that have scholarships remaining. We have already seen 3 today alone.
As Lyons fouled on the shot attempt, he'll go to the line for 2.
And again, Lyons in the short roll, just a really good job of finding himself under the rim and making the right decision to draw the foul. He's been a really good piece working in tandem with Pierre-Louis for this Larson 4 team. It hasn't been enough as they're still down by 19 and now 18, but I mean, those two working together, it's been a really fun product to watch on offense.
That it has, and if Larson has their guys, I think it's a different story tonight.
Absolutely.
And you're always going to play the what-if game, but I think there is definitely a case to be made for them is they might go into the tournament as a 7 seed, and I don't think if they have their guys, I don't think there's a single team that would want to play them. Stearns, here's Coit, step back 3, drained it. How about David Coit tonight? And a little celly afterwards. Here's Hargrave fouled. Just looks like Larson's just getting to the foul line time and time again after this one. Peichel picks up his first foul.
Yeah, and Coit once again on the step back. That's kind of been his go-to move. Another Stearns guy, former Rutgers guy, Gio Baker, kind of, I don't know about made famous, but used that as his bread and butter when he was a Scarlet Knight for 5 seasons. But, I mean, Coit has really shown out in this 4th quarter and in the 1st quarter as well, just off the dribble. Got a really quick handle and can rise up and Big reason why he averaged 20 points in the MAC conference. Played a couple seasons at Northern Illinois, and I mean, once again, have to wonder with that waiver what difference it makes for the teams looking out for him, because with summer workouts fully underway, there are still some teams with scholarships remaining, but I can't imagine there's too many high majors with scholarships left over, so we'll see what kind of interest he gets for his final season of college.
As Hargrave goes 2 for 2 from the line. 105-87, final 2:37 of this one. Step back for Coit, another one. David Coit showing off.
Well, if Arkansas's coaching staff wasn't watching before, I mean, you better hope they are now watching this show from Coit in the fourth quarter. Just a shot-making clinic.
As Lions spinning and missing on the layup, Mateo grabs the board. Oh, good feed, and then, or at least a good attempt. Here comes Pierre-Louis. Got the layup. Couldn't quite flush it. Here's Coit, blocked by Lions, but a foul.
And because it's we're starting to, not garbage time, just, not exactly with the 19-point game, but since this game has pretty much been decided. And another weather update like we had last night. It's been another hot day in New Jersey, and then evening of some pretty crazy storms. I mean, even where I live up in central Jersey, yes, it does exist. And there were some pretty crazy storms. The Red Bulls game was going on. The thunderstorm hit there. I mean, I'm surprised there hasn't been as many around here in Manasquan. And I will say, driving up the Garden State Parkway last night through the thick of that storm was a little bit harrowing. But
oh my God, that was bad.
I survived. I mean, everyone was going 45. You don't see that too often unless there's some kind of bad storm, and I mean, there certainly was last night.
As Pierre-Louis couldn't drain it, then a royal flush from Christian Lyons on the putback.
So yeah, for the second day in a row, your JSBL meteorology report by two people certainly qualified to talk about it.
I don't even know what it what would it be? A Doppler radar? That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
As McCallum launches on a three and hits back iron. Pierre-Louis hit rim on his fadeaway attempt. Dortch will come away with it. As we hit the final minute of a Stearns trailer victory. Here's Peichel, floater, gets the roll. Kevin Peichel's impressed tonight.
Yeah, nice bucket for Peichel, and I really like his in-between game and his feel for the game. And his time with Stearns, those are the two things I've been most impressed with. Just his feel for the game, being in the right place at the right time, and he's got a really nice floater that he can kind of go to on a lot of possessions when he's off the dribble. Some really good possessions that we've seen from him as he'll bring it up for this final 40 seconds. Just really like the way he's been able to, put himself in the right position.
And he just cooked luster. How about Kevin Peichel showing off the dribble moves, and his teammates love it. All smiles on the faces of Stearns tonight.
Yeah, star at Christian Brothers Academy, rising senior. Really excited to see where his future takes him.
As Pierre-Louis was going for another highlight, and he couldn't quite connect with Christian Lyons.
I mean, when some of the times we see him on the on-ball defense, he's shown good quick feet, staying in front of guys, and sure his dad, Steve, head coach of Rutgers, I would say for my money, he's one of the finest defensive coaches in the entire country. Has certainly taught him quite a few things. And he'll dribble this one out to close it out.
That does it. Stearns trailer takes the nightcap, winning 114-91. It's been a long night here as Stearns picks up the win in the nightcap. That's going to do it for our coverage of tonight's JSBL broadcast. For our producer, Nick, our boss Eddie, for my partner Alec Krauthamel, I'm Dan Yazurski saying, have a good night, everyone. Let's sign it off.